Welcome back, everyone. I'm back, I'm alive, and mostly well. I just wanted to start off, first of all, by saying thank you to all of my subscribers. I was going to do a 500 subscriber special or something of that nature, and it just sort of flew by while I wasn't able to make any videos. So I think I'm at 550 something, or somewhere around that now. So thank all of you. Also, thank you to fellow YouTubers out there who've kind of reached out to me and sort of, made me feel welcome amongst the gaming community and help promote my channel and all of that. Those include Old School NYC Gamer and Happy Console Gamer. Sid and Johnny have really done a lot to help out my channel, so thanks, guys. And also, I'll put links to all their channels. I'm sure that you guys probably are subscribed to them already if you're here. But if not, definitely check them out. Also, Mysterio Zone, another New York YouTuber, awesome game room. Definitely check him out. Let's see. Also, Metal Tiger 88 and German Game Room. Two guys in Germany, both have great channels, so it's a good chance to practice your German. And they also have videos in English as well, so definitely check those guys out. Super nice guys. Yeah, and I'm trying to think. I know I've forgotten some people. Well, regardless, thank all of you. So it's been kind of a little busy recently around here. My wife just graduated from NYU, so we're very happy about that. And we've had friends and family visiting, doing all the usual graduation type things. And I finished up with my coursework, so I'm at the point now where I'm doing the really scary exams. There are two of them that I have to do, and then one of them's kind of a big multi-part thing, and then there's another one later on, and then the dissertation, which some of you may be excited to hear. I don't know, maybe not, but I am actually doing my dissertation on a certain genre of video game music, which is the music for shoot 'em ups. So should be a lot of fun. I'm taking lots of different angles. I'm going to use certain game series to illustrate certain points and this sort of thing. So yeah, as I sort of go through that and I'm putting chapters together, I will share some of my findings with you guys in video format, because to be perfectly honest, I think that this sort of a topic would be better served by videos with illustrating clips and these sorts of things, rather than just the old-fashioned just paper, which I will have to do, obviously. But I'm thinking that what I might try to do is set up a website with all of this sort of stuff, the written aspects of it, the video examples, all these things sort of in one place, so that people can have access to it if people are interested. So what else? I'm trying to remember what all I was gonna tell you guys. Yeah, just happy to be done with classes. I've been in school for a very long time, so I'm very, very happy to be close to the end here. I've been doing a little bit more performing recently, so that's been a lot of fun. And this summer is mostly going to be devoted to studying for my comprehensive exams, which are in August. So I think that's about it. The other thing that I wanted to do, and like I said before, I'm now officially back, so there should be new content here pretty much every week. It'll be more edited and put together nicely and all of that. But now I did make a promise that I kind of fell back on, which was in one of my last videos that I put up however many months ago that was. I promised that I would at least put up some sort of crappy gameplay videos in the meantime while I wasn't able to do the produced ones. And honestly, I haven't been gaming at all. My machines have been collecting dust. The console's been collecting dust. Last night at about 4 o'clock in the morning, I decided to do a crappy gameplay video. So I'm gonna kind of slap it on to the end of this one. So for those of you who've been asking about that, you can watch me, suck at a game. So the game is Death Smiles. For those of you who haven't heard of it, I try to walk you through it and all that kind of thing too. So yeah, I guess that's about it. So thanks again, everyone, for subscribing, and all the other YouTubers out there who have been really welcoming to me and have sort of helped me out in this whole process. So yeah, take care, guys. Alright, so I'm going to play a little Death Smiles today. I haven't played this game much recently, or really in a while. So I kind of owe it to the game, play it a little bit more, kind of get back into it. And this is a very good one if you're kind of getting into shoot-'em-ups. And this is the arcade PCB, but it was also released on the Xbox 360, so you could probably get a used copy of it pretty cheap by now. So yeah, definitely a good one to start off with. Lots of customization options here. So I always go with Rosa for my character because her shot power is by far the strongest. She does move the slowest of everyone, but honestly it's not that big of a deal. So here's a little tutorial, shows you what kind of shots you got. You tap the shot left or right, and that'll give you a left or right shot. Now if you hold it down, you get this laser shot, which is more powerful. And you can also rotate your option, which is what they were showing there. So your option will stay in place if you are tapping, and if you hold the laser, it'll move. Now this is showing you the lock shot, which is A and B at the same time. Some people swear by it. I don't use it all that much, but I also am not that great. So there's also the bomb, which explodes like you kind of would expect it to do. So I'm not sure what they're telling you here, but whatever. Also, the kind of shot will determine what kind of objects the enemies will drop, either skulls or different kinds of crowns and whatnot. And some of them you can see here, they'll actually build up this little counter that's on the left hand side. When it reaches 1,000, you press both shot buttons and it'll give you this powered up attack. You're more powerful, plus you get lots of extra items dropped by the enemies, and then it'll count down from 1,000 from there, unless you take a hit, in which case you're screwed. So you get to choose the order that you play the levels in, which is kind of cool. Adds a lot to the strategy too. So you can also choose level 1, 2, or 3 for each level in terms of difficulty. So we go with level 3 because, why wouldn't we? So I think this stage is called Halloween Town. This is the one that I've seen a lot of people go for first. Honestly, I'm not an expert on this game, so I don't know strategy-wise it's the best one to use first. It's one I usually play first. So usually I position my little option person a little in front of me there. The other thing, like I said before, different kinds of shots will also cause the enemies to drop different amounts of medals. You can see the first pig there actually dropped the crown, and the second one dropped a skull. The reason is that with those pigs, if you shoot one with the laser shot, it'll drop a crown. If you shoot it with regular shot, it'll drop a skull. So, and all the enemies are this way. You can see those are dropping the little crowns there. So it actually adds quite a bit to the strategy, because you want you want those higher point values and the ones that will build up your counter a lot faster. So and it's not always the laser that is the better of the two options. So just do be aware of that. So you can kind of experiment around, you see what they drop, and see how it turns out for you there. Now the only part of you that's vulnerable, I say as I'm about to take a hit here. You see we build up our counter to 1,000 already, which is good. The only part that's vulnerable is this little heart-shaped area. This is our first boss, and I try not to move too much because these rose attacks take a bit to start after you've moved. The second attack, you could just sit here. Those pumpkins will never make it to you. The third attack can be a little tricky, depending on where these things stop. So it looks like I'm kind of lucking out there. Sometimes if they stop, with the things this way, then it becomes a little bit trickier to dodge. That one turned out well. Hopefully that bodes well for this run. Alright, so the second stage I always choose is this, lava cave thing. I don't know what it's called. This on the right, and the one on the right. So the reason is the rocks in this stage actually will give you lots and lots of extra points. So I usually wait just a little bit to start the power up mode. So you start it right there. So you want to get as many of those large rocks as you can. Because they are worth a buttload of points, as far as I know. Seems to work out for me, and there are plenty of them, so you do have to be careful here. Make sure that you're not going to take any hits. Sometimes, if we're lucky, I don't know if it's going to happen this time, probably not. Oh, there it is. You can get an extra life point off of all of those rocks. So you can see now we can take 4 hits instead of 3, which is pretty cool. Definitely helpful. So this stage also is very claustrophobic. I'm not very good at it, to be honest with you. And I often will screw up and take a hit in this stage. So just, let that be known. Alright. Be careful here. All these things coming up. So, yeah. Yeah, and there you go. So I only took half hit, but, kind of sucks, but we'll deal with it. So here we are at the second boss, and usually I take a hit somewhere in this too, so we'll see. It's been a while, so I don't know. Maybe I'll do great, maybe not. Yeah, like that. I don't know why the hell I just ran into that, but we'll call it stage fright. Definitely got to be careful here. So I'm kind of sucking thus far. This stage is not, like I said, it's not a strong one for me, so usually this will determine how well my game goes. So the other thing here is make sure you get as many of these freaking bubbles as quickly as you can, because they start piling up pretty quickly. And once they do, I mean, you're just really screwed. So alright, so there's that one. Okay, so not bad, not what I was hoping, but whatever. Actually, it was bad, but, whatever. Like I said, I haven't been practicing this, so it's fine. I usually go for this forest stage next, because the last 2 stages you'll have suicide bullets, and this one gets really hairy with the suicide bullets, so I just try to avoid that altogether by just cutting this thing off as soon as I can. You can see already, I mean, this one's pretty hairy just normally. And usually, if I can get enough of these power-ups early enough, I'll usually go ahead and trigger the power-up mode. Just like that. The good thing is, well, there's several good things about the power-up mode, honestly. It slows everything down just a little bit, so in these more claustrophobic areas, just like in the last stage, this will help you out quite a bit. Alright. Make sure we get out of this. There's a bunch of these things right in a row here. It'll be a real pain. Alright, so there's that. We got our big tree boss here, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, no real secret here. You just want to sort of weave in and out of those things as they pass by. It's not too bad. Ooh, a little hectic there. So here what I try to do actually is not move too much if you don't have to. Sometimes if you get right there in that sweet spot, a lot of those apples will actually miss you. So you just have to be kind of conscious of those things because they are a real pain, can be. So yeah, just kind of keep an eye on them. A lot of times, the first time you play through the stage, you'll end up getting hit by all the apples because you don't realize they're there because you're too busy focusing on bullets. So yeah, there's that one. Next, I usually go to the graveyard. Again, I don't know if this is the optimal scoring route. This is just the one that I use, so... This one, a lot of times I can build up the counter again, which can be very helpful. Oof, be careful there. Alright, forgot about the birds coming out of the trees there. It's a pretty cool effect, I think. I think I can get the counter up quickly enough. Just get a few more. There we go. Alright. And, you know, this is probably not optimal for scoring right here because I'm sure I'll have a lot of comments about how, you know, I shouldn't have done it this way or whatever. But, you know, I take these opportunities when they come because... you know, you never know how long your credit's going to last. I'm not good enough to have planned, you know, a route just yet. So. Alright, so. Yeah, these guys can be kind of a pain in the ass right here. They all kind of gang up on you from multiple sides. Now here I usually place the option a little bit above me so I can try to take out some of these big boulders before they get too far. Doesn't always work, as you can see, and sometimes you... Oh, are you kidding me? Alright, sometimes you take a big hit like that one. It's kind of obnoxious. So there we go. I don't have a great placement. That guy's even off screen, but... Hey, well. There we go. Alright, so there's that one. A little pissed about taking 2 hits in a row there on one of those rocks. Good thing is they don't take a full, you know, whatever, health thing away. So, not too bad. Alright, so last level that we have left on the lower ones here. Now if you play 5 level 3s in a row, then you're going to start getting suicide bullets, which you see there. These can both help and hinder you, mostly hinder, but you can use them for scoring because your option actually will eat them. So you kind of learn how to swing the option around like that. Do some little you know, fancy half circles and all this sort of thing. I'm not doing too well here, but alright, so we're going to activate the power-up mode again. Try to grab us some points here, just in case I screw the pooch on this one. You know, things are going to be completely for naught. Oh god. For some reason I remember those guys coming in on a different side, I guess. That's what happens when you... There we go. At least got us some health back. Alright, now we get to fight a big cow. You know, because why not? Mary, of course. Why wouldn't the cow's name be Mary? This one you're going to have to move a little bit more. I try to stay more stationary if I can, but usually you can't, so just kind of go with it. Oop, that was a stupid move. Once we get here, you know, I don't worry too much about these boxes because they will come back in front. You can kind of do some small movements to get those to work out. If you've done well, I think, yeah, I was going to say, I think you'll destroy the boss right before that last one starts coming down, so you don't have to really dodge those, which is nice. Alright, so not the best game. We still have 2 you know, life bars left. We're going to the swamp level. This will be the last of the regular ones. Not sure if I'll make it through this one intact with all these extra suicide bullets and whatnot, so you know, if you have great expectations for this, I'm sorry, probably not going to work out. Yeah, we'll see. You know, I will try my best. Sometimes these guys here that jump up out of the this lake here just can really sort of mess up your whole thing here. Oof, that was close. Alright, so you can see I've activated the power-up mode again. I can't remember where anything is coming from. So, I think there's another one of those up here. See, those guys just really piss me off. So we'll just continue our trek up through here. Yeah, and definitely try to get those little statue things, you know, out of the way ASAP. You know, you don't want to leave those guys hanging around because they can really litter the screen, be a real pain. So, oh god. Yeah, we'll use the bomb. Why not? Why not? I mean, you got him, so. Alright, here's part of the storyline. You can, you know, go smoke a cigarette, have a beer, whatever you need. Or have a drink of water, as I'm doing now, because I'm lame. Alright, so this boss sometimes I do use some bombs on just because, you know, because I suck at this game.
Oh, or I'll just run into a bullet. That's another possibility. Another very distinct possibility. So there's where I usually use one because I freaking hate this attack. A lot of good it did me. So let's try to see what we can get going on here. Come on now. There we go. Alright. So still generally kind of a sucky performance for me, but at least I made it through the regular stages without having to resort to a continue, which I haven't decided. I might continue just so you guys can see at least a little more of the last stage, because I doubt I'll make it very far. The last one requires, a little bit more practice. You kind of have to memorize where your enemies are coming from and these sorts of things. So, and you have a lot more sort of back and forth going on. So more story. You can kind of hang out here if you want. Obviously, I don't know what any of this says, but whatever. The story doesn't matter. They're all hatching a plan to bust into the castle. Now, you can go to an extra stage here if you have it unlocked. I'm not going to, because as stated previously, I suck at this game, so I'd probably be dead in 10 seconds if I went there. Because the extra stage can be kind of brutal, but it also can give you a very high score if you can make it through. So I also forgot to mention the suicide bullets also, each one that you eat adds to your counter on the left. So that is a benefit. You can build those things up really quickly. And like I said, this stage is just ludicrous. There is a lot of back and forth, so generally speaking, if you have a big enemy on one side, you can expect you're about to have one on the other side. Alright, and that was it. So I'm going to continue, because you guys want to see this, this played out, right? I'm so terrible at this stage. Alright. And this is also where, the option really comes into play here. You can use it to sort of eat a path for you through a lot of this stuff, like that. I don't know how I made it through that, but whatever. We're not gonna ask too many questions when the game rules in my favor. See, this is one of the problems with not knowing where the enemies are coming from, too, is that you can really get screwed by. So that's the other good thing about the power-up, is once you when you activate it, it cancels everything on screen immediately. So yeah, it can be very, very helpful. You see here, I wasn't doing a very good job of it, but sometimes you can use the option there to kind of plow a way through for you. Just kind of like that. Yeah, and some of those, unless you've got unless you have a pre-planned some pre-planned destruction there, then you're screwed. Man, I am sucking. I'm sorry, guys. I want to at least get you to the inside, and then maybe I'll give up at that point. I don't use continues when I'm playing. It's part of the reason I'm terrible at the final stages is. It's hard to practice them if you don't credit feed through to the end, but, I think that's part of what's fun about these kind of games, to be honest with you, is just, oh, shit. Okay. Is the challenge of trying to make everything through in one credit, or just, running into bullets like that. So, Yeah. This is not going well. I guess I don't need to tell you guys that. Ugh. That was close. Alright. I should be using more bombs. I don't know why I'm not. I'm gonna be just bombing the hell out of this stuff here. Alright, so I'll try to... See, there we go. That's, you know, that's a better showing of the option there. Ugh. Part of the problem with the bombs, too, from my point of view sometimes, is that, I don't know about you guys. Alright, one more Jesus. One more continue. So, I don't remember what I was saying. Whatever. I've obviously shown that I have no room to really talk about this game, so... So it's really easy just to get pinched in this stage. So if you have your option placed correctly like that, you can use it to kind of mow down some stuff in front of you. And be careful with these guys too. Some of these guys on the floors too just really make life difficult for you. All right. Oh god. Alright, so here we are inside the Grand Palace, and honestly, I will do good to... Yeah, okay. Alright, one more. I keep saying one more continue. That's the sign of, you know, when you know that things have just really gone south. Is when you have to keep saying one more continue. So, you know, this part is a little difficult just because of all of the suicide bullets and the enemies coming from every direction so fast that you can't position yourself well unless you have this memorized. This is one of the sections where Rosa's speed is definitely a detriment. Normally it's fine, but and we'll just go ahead and use bomb there because why not? And another one because, you know, we're spam bombing this thing now. So oh my god. So this is the next to last boss. You see your witch compatriot here from the swamp level that you fought. I think this is her dad or something, and he's somehow turned evil and blah blah blah, and he, you know, pulls an Ike Turner and just slaps the hell out of her for no apparent reason. So then you get to fight him. So some of his attacks are not too bad. Some of them are a real pain. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and apologize in advance. Again, my gameplay is probably not going to be great, but you know, I'll do what I can. The important thing is to just keep an eye on everything that's coming around you and make sure you know, that you've got clearance everywhere. Oh, we're gonna bomb that. Sometimes those aren't too hard to get through if you're not, you know, if you don't suck like me, but so you got to kind of weave your way through those things. It can be a real trial sometimes. So we're gonna try to, oh god, yep, there it is. Alright, well screw it. Let's put in a couple more credits. At this point, I'm just gonna at least show you guys the end of the game. And this really ludicrous last boss will just bomb our way out of the end here. Oh, maybe not. Thought that was gonna do it. There we go. So yeah, I think he has some sort of regrets or blah 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 blah, and then through this gateway you have this big creature, and then in an incredible move of video game cheese, for some reason Namiki decides to use Box Takata and Fugue for this last boss battle, I guess because this is a sort of gothic themed game. So whatever, it is what it is. I guess it's an okay theme to use for this, but I always found it to be a little cheesy. I don't know why I just ran into that bullet. Seems to be the theme of this gameplay, kind of like that. All right, fine. You know what? Why don't just spam bomb this guy? Although I know you guys want to see me play this legitimately and not spam bomb my way out of it, but so I just was not even paying attention there. So here's the part where he comes down and just really tries to give you a heart attack. So in this section here, I'll give you strategy, even though I'm not going to do very well. Dodge the bullets and shoot the hands. So you just have to keep an eye on everything, whichever way the bullets are coming from. The hands are coming from the other side, and we'll just bomb in the middle of that because I'm tired of this nonsense. Oh god. Get some more. If I use the targeted attack, maybe that'll help out. So actually, I think the targeted attack may actually be a good idea right there. Why the hell I didn't do that before? So. We have lots of bullets moving in every conceivable direction. Alright, hopefully that's our last of the continues. Bomb this guy. Hopefully that's it. Yep, alright. So, I could call this video Can you beat Death Smiles in 15 credits or less? Seriously though, it's kind of embarrassing, but anyway, first stages were okay, I suppose, but you can tell I haven't played this in a long time, and obviously never to the level of being all that great at the final stages. So if you beat the game, you're treated to this horrendous music and a cutscene that I can't read. It is translated in the English version. I don't remember what the story is because I don't care. I know you get a choice to make at the end though, so that's cool. So she's asking you something, I guess, and you have to respond with some sort of something, I think. Everyone looks kind of sad. I don't know why they're sad. They just won. So we'll go with this thing, whatever that says. And she seems happy. You're going into the light. I guess this is. I think you either get to go home or stay. So I guess you get to go home to do whatever it was that Rosa did in real life, since you're all ghosts. So I guess you get to work in your dad's dive bar / ketchup emporium. So, and she's very happy to do so. He's happy to see her there. These guys have tattoos. I mean, you know, what more do you need? So I believe that's that. Yep, the end. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching me continue my way through this game, and thanks for watching. I think we'll be saving that one.